Hey everyone, in this video we will talk about AWS VPC. So as you can see in the diagram here, you've got the AWS public cloud, and inside that you get your own virtual private cloud. So the virtual private cloud, or the cloud inside the AWS cloud, is known as a VPC. The formal definition for a VPC is that it is an on-demand configurable pool of shared resources allocated within a public cloud environment, providing a certain level of isolation between the different organizations using the resources. So you could have different organizations using different resources within the AWS public cloud, and they could have their own configured IP addresses, they could have their own resources there, and they could restrict or limit access to those resources. So you could have virtual private clouds sitting inside the Amazon Web Services public cloud. So with the VPC, you can define a virtual network that resembles a traditional network operated in data centers. So the kind of access you had on your data centers, you can have the similar kind of access there. You completely control the virtual network, so you can decide what kind of traffic goes in, what kind of traffic goes out. You can select your IP address range. You can create subnets. Multiple subnets can exist. You can configure route tables. You can configure and route network gateways. So we'll just move on to the next one from here. And you can see that I've got another diagram here that you've got a public subnet. So you've got the AWS cloud. Inside that, you've got your VPC, or the virtual private cloud. And you've defined subnets. So you've got a public subnet, and you've got another public subnet, but you can also have private subnets. So for example, if I could go and change this subnet B to private, and the only difference between a public and a private subnet is that there's an internet gateway. So there's direct access to resources in a public subnet via the internet, which is not the case for a private subnet. So a unique, let's just continue with this. A unique ID assigned to each subnet inside the VPC. Subnet defines the range of IP addresses inside the VPC. Internal IP range of the subnets is always private. This is true for public and private subnets. A public subnet is one that has route to the internet gateway. That is, it can be accessed from a web server accessible to the internet. A private subnet does not have route to the internet gateway. So for example, you could have database servers and you don't want them accessible via the internet. So you'd put them in a private subnet. And this is just a very high level overview of the virtual private cloud on AWS. I'll take a few more instance or use cases in the next few lectures. I hope you find this video useful, and thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos if you enjoy what I'm doing. Let me know if you would like me to take any specific topics. Cheers, bye.